What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I figured today I'd make it a little different and work on my own car for a change. We're gonna take a break on that drift Corvette since it's pretty much ready to go drifting. We're gonna wait for the next upcoming event that Dallas wants to take it out to, and we're gonna vlog that. However, today we're gonna work on my S13 Convertible. So in the last two events, I noticed that the car was having some major power loss during drifting. I quickly realized that it was the ebrake calipers dragging on the rotors and causing the wheel speed to slow down. The reason that's happening is because they're old calipers, they're 20-some years old. You're constantly pulling that e-brake and things just wear out mechanically. So instead of buying brand new calipers, I just picked up some used ones just to replace the ones that are dragging, and then I picked up a whole new hydraulic system for the car. What I mean by the hydraulic system, it's a full independent dual caliper setup. Here's the hydraulic e-brake. Here's one of the two calipers. I got some GK Tech individual brake lines that are going to connect the master straight to the caliper. And I also got this bracket to mount the e-brake onto, produced by Bink Industries. The reason why I picked this bracket is because it's really easy to install. From what I saw in the pictures, it bolts on directly around your shifter, just like the Drift Corvette setup we were using for PBM. So this should be sufficient enough for me. I'm not trying to compete with this car, so simplicity is key. I've already installed one of the calipers on the car, just to fit it, kind of test it out, see how it's all going to work out. And if you guys remember from my convertible build breakdown, I already have Part Shop Max knuckles installed on the vehicle, which allows me to run a dual caliper setup. However, if you don't have that or you choose not to go that route, that's okay. There is other available products out there. I'll make sure I put the link in the description for all the items I'm using today, also for the ones that are available out there that I'm not necessarily using. So hopefully that helps you guys out. So the game plan for today is to remove the center console, get that bracket installed, all bolted down, put the hydraulic e-brake right about here. I'm really hoping that the factory handbrake is not going to be in the way. If it is, I might have to relocate that somehow to the other side. I really want to keep that in place just because when you're parking up on the hill, whatever reason, parking it on a trailer, you want to pull that handbrake up so the rear brakes are locked up so the car doesn't roll if you want to leave it running or whatnot. I'm going to run the hydraulic lines through the center, into the back. I'm probably going to mount the T-fitting that's going to split left and right somewhere around here. Then I'm going to run the lines, probably drill some holes in the floor to run them straight to the calipers. Once I get them out here, I'll mount them safely out of the way of the suspension travel, and we should be done. So one thing I noticed about these calipers, I got these used, so I don't know if this is the fitting it came with. However, this fitting isn't the same as the GK Tech lines. The GK Tech lines use a flared end fitting, which means you have to tighten it down all the way for it to work. If I do it right here, I don't have enough space. I'm basically going to bottom out the flare onto the caliper, which is not going to work properly. So I might have to run to a parts store, get a universal fitting in here that adapts a flare fitting into it, and we should be good to go. Oh, look who the cat dragged in.
Hey.
What's up, guys? What happened, bro?
Hey.
I was gonna come save you, but...
Brand new car, that's what happened.
What happened?
Last time, baby.
You were doing a takeover, weren't you?
Yeah.
Which tire is it?
Front left.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's got a run flat on it. I mean,
Yeah.
No, it's got a bubble and it's split. So it's like...
Are you telling me you can't drive with bubbles on tires?
Well, you shouldn't, especially if they're close to the seam. Because on the bottom of a run flat, it's just going to pop open.
Really?
Yeah.
So let me show you something. Give me your opinion on that one.
Alright, let's do this.
Is this gonna work for drifting?
That looks a lot bigger than the one he had.
Really?
That's exactly where it split, too.
Because this is a good tire. I hate wasting tires, so...
It's funny because when we left this morning, we looked at it and he was like, oh man, there's a bubble. I'm like, it'll be fine. I lied.
Well, this guy over here is upgrading, downgrading. from 19-inch wheels. He's going staggered with some 18-inch up front. Big brake kit, 30mm spacers. You know how we do.
This car's telling me the tire's flat.
Yeah, that's probably because you have aftermarket wheels now.
The best.
Best. Alright, bye guys.
Bye. Thank you again, Luke. You saved us.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, Master. Then ignore that. Ignore those chickens. Fork brake, baby.
Alright, back to scheduled content. Alright, so I got the bracket in. I had to trim the dashboard just a little bit over here where the screw goes into the center console. That looks good. However, the factory handbrake is now in the way, so I'm gonna have to unbolt it, at least over here. Probably push it that way, somehow bolt it down so it's over here. If not, I'll take it out. Oh well. I was hoping to save it, but it is what it is. So now I'm gonna bolt down the hydraulic brake to the bracket, and I'm gonna run the lines. So I ran around some parts stores, managed to find some fittings that are gonna work for this caliper and the line to adapt it all together. So I found these actually in my spare parts from previously used jobs. So that fits right there. Then I ran to a parts store, got this fitting over here. It's a 10mm fitting that's gonna bolt onto here. And then the GK Tech line is going to bolt up right to that, and that should work theoretically the way I want it to work. I already bolted down the hydraulic e-brake. I had to, however, cut off a piece of the shifter boot hold down for it to clear properly over here. Otherwise, when I tightened it down, everything became crooked. So I had to cut this out. I hooked up the line to it already. I ran the line through the reinforcement bar over here. That's only on convertibles. Coupes and hatches don't have that, so you guys won't have the problem with that. And I already bolted down the T-fitting right over here on it. And I just got to run a line to that caliper and then to that caliper, and we'll be all done. So I managed to get all the lines done. I drilled some holes in the floors, ran them right behind the rails. They come out right over here, so they should be away from the wheel, right into the caliper. The install was actually pretty easy. I just ran into some problems with the fittings to the calipers, but once I figured that out, everything went smoothly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helps you guys out installing your hydro brakes on your ash chassis. And once again, I put a link in the description for all the parts I use and a couple other options I'm aware of, so hopefully that helps you guys out. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.